6 signs you don't trust yourself and the decisions you make. My story, short version. Common sense is one thing, but instinct and intuition are 2 very powerful gifts to have. There were many times in my life when I did not trust myself to make the right decisions due to childhood trauma. And because of it, I was harder on myself for making bad decisions and feeling like a failure. I was ashamed of myself and what others would think of me. I would think to myself, I'm stupid and everyone's going to know it. I would go into a deep depression, replaying my mistakes over and over again in my mind. Unmotivated and scared to do anything, I would hear my sister's voice in my head. You're not cut out to do it. You're a bastard. You're shit and would never amount to nothing. Or my aunt's voice. You're going to go to hell if you do that. I was allowing those idiotic beliefs to control me and the decisions I made. With therapy, over time, I began to trust myself, my intuition, and my instincts. My confidence went through the roof. What I learned is to never give power to those words or actions that I was subjected to. This was their way of keeping me down, making me feel bad about myself, and keeping me in a state of confusion. I want you to trust yourself enough to make bad decisions so that you can learn to make good decisions. Before we start the video, let's take a moment to reflect on how wonderful and brave you are with a short affirmation. I want you to clear your mind and take a deep breath, then release it. Now, with feeling, tell yourself, I may make mistakes, but I do not allow them to hold me back. My mind is clear of self-doubt, and I am ready to embrace every challenge that comes my way. I have complete faith in my decisions and trust in all my actions. My instinct and gut feeling guide me well. I trust myself to make the best decisions for myself. I will trust my instincts above everything. Making a bad decision does not mean I am a failure. Now, give yourself a big hug and say to yourself, I love you. Let's begin your journey to positive habits. It all starts with you. Enjoy the video. Do you ever find yourself doubting your judgment, second-guessing every decision you make, worrying about whether you're making the right choice or if you're going to regret it later? It's a common experience for many of us. We're bombarded with so much information, so many opinions, and so many conflicting ideas that it can be hard to know what to believe or which path to follow. We look to others for guidance, hoping they'll have the answers we seek. But in the end, the only person who truly knows what's right for you is you. And the only way to find that inner sense of confidence and trust is to learn to trust yourself. In this video, we'll explore some of the signs that you're not trusting yourself and the decisions you make. Sign 1. You ignore your intuition. Ignoring your intuition can have serious consequences in your personal and professional life. Your intuition is the inner voice that guides you toward making the right decisions, and it's a powerful tool that can help you navigate through challenging situations. Unfortunately, many people tend to ignore their intuition, often out of fear of making the wrong decision, or because they've been taught to rely solely on logic and reason. Learning to trust your intuition requires practice and patience. It's essential to pay attention to how your body responds to different situations and trust that your intuition will guide you in the right direction. This means listening to your gut feelings, inner voice, and other physical sensations, such as goosebumps, chills, or tingles. One way to develop your intuition is to engage in mindfulness practices such as meditation or deep breathing exercises. Another way to trust your intuition is to keep a journal or record of your experiences. This can help you recognize patterns and become more confident in your ability to trust your intuition. It's important to note that trusting your intuition doesn't mean that you should disregard logic and reason altogether. Instead, it means that you should use your intuition as a complementary tool to logic and reason. When faced with a challenging decision, consider both your logical analysis and your intuition to make the best choice. Sign 2. You dwell on past mistakes. This can hinder your growth if you allow it, and don't strive to move past them. Everyone makes mistakes, but those who are successful never allow it to hold them down. If you constantly dwell on past mistakes and feel like you can't trust yourself because of them, it's time to let go of that negativity. While it's important to learn from past mistakes, it's equally important to forgive yourself and move forward. If you are still struggling with this, I advise that you practice self-compassion and forgiveness. One of the key steps to overcoming past mistakes is to learn from them. Reflect on the situation and try to understand what went wrong and what you could have done differently. This reflection can help you identify patterns in your behavior or decision-making process that may have led to the mistake and help you make better decisions in the future. However, it's equally important to practice self-compassion and forgiveness. Beating yourself up over past mistakes won't help you move forward. Instead, try to treat yourself with the same kindness and compassion you would offer a friend who made a mistake. Acknowledge that everyone makes mistakes and that it's a natural part of the learning process. Remember that mistakes are a natural part of life and that you are capable of learning from them and growing. Sign 3. You have a fear of failure. Every successful human has once failed at some point in their life. Failure is not a curse. Rather, it shows you are doing something the wrong way. So, what should you do then? Learn to do it the right way. The fear of failure can hold you back from taking risks and trying new things, which can limit your growth and potential. I implore you to reframe your mindset around failure. Instead of seeing it as a negative, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. The best way to learn is to fail. Another important step in overcoming failure fears is to cultivate resilience. Resilience means having the ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges. It involves developing a growth mindset, where you can see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. Everyone experiences failure at some point in their lives, and it's important to remember that it's not a permanent state. By embracing a growth mindset and cultivating resilience, you can overcome a fear of failure and achieve your goals. Trust that you have the resilience and strength to learn from and grow from any challenges that come your way. Sign 4. You rely too heavily on external factors. It's good to have support systems, but what's even better is to be self-reliant. I can tell you from experience that nothing compares to that. When one relies too heavily on outside factors, such as what others think or what society expects, it is a sign that you don't trust yourself. While it's important to consider these factors, ultimately, you need to make decisions that align with your values and goals. One way to become more self-reliant is to start by setting clear goals for yourself. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, you can begin to focus on taking the necessary steps to reach those goals. This may involve taking risks or making decisions that are unpopular with others. But if you trust in yourself and your abilities, you can make those decisions with confidence. So, take time to reflect on your values and what's important to you. Trust that your decisions are in alignment with these values, even if they don't align with what others think. Sign 5. You constantly seek validation from others. If you find yourself always seeking approval from others before making a decision, it could be a sign that you don't trust yourself. While it's important to seek advice and support from others, ultimately, you need to trust your instincts and make decisions that feel right for you. So how do you solve this? I advise that you start small by making decisions without seeking approval from others. Trust yourself to make the right choice and see how it feels. Learn to listen to your inner voice and make decisions that align with your values. Sign 6. You second-guess yourself. This is another evident sign. If you often find yourself second-guessing every decision you make, then you most likely don't trust yourself. Anyone who harbors this habit in their minds can suffer from analysis paralysis, where they get stuck in a cycle of overthinking and indecision. To break free of this, I advise that you practice making decisions quickly and sticking to them. Trust that you've made the best decision with the information you have at the time. Remember that there are no perfect decisions. Trust that you have the skills and knowledge to make the best decision you can at the moment. I want you to remember that building trust in yourself is not a one-time event, but a continual practice that requires patience and perseverance. As you move forward, keep in mind that the decisions you make may not always lead to the desired outcome, but they will always be an opportunity for growth and learning. So go forth with confidence, knowing that you have the power to trust yourself and make decisions that align with your values and goals. May your journey be filled with self-awareness, self-compassion, and a deep sense of trust in your abilities. Please never forget this. Failure and making bad decisions are not a reflection of your self-worth. It does not mean that you are dumb or stupid. It is an opportunity to learn and grow. That was all for today. I hope this video helped you in every way you expected it to. Have you struggled with trusting yourself and the decisions you make? What did you do to overcome it? Do you have any personal tips or advice to share that can help someone? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on loving yourself with positive habits from the Habitude Project. Stay positive and never give up on yourself. Thank you so much for watching.